Cleaning up audio is like trying to take salt out of your dinner. Once it's part of the food, it's going to be really hard to take it back out. Ugh. Fortunately, we live in a world powered by science, and in some cases, it is possible to remove the salt from your delicious audio. We're here at the Glenn L. Martin Wind Tunnel at the University of Maryland. Our objective? Find the best way to get good audio in seriously high winds. Chris, our test subject, will be wearing or holding each of these mics at the same time.
Completely deserted. There's horizontal rain, heavy thunder and lightning, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and rising. And there is incredible...
As we predicted, the lavalier inside the shirt sounded pretty okay, if a bit distorted.
Board up your windows. Go to the center of your home or the...
It seems as though the double whammy of using your body as a windbreak and using your shirt as a wind screen gives you a decent result. You're up against a lot of forces when you mic an auditorium. In an ideal world, sound would travel straight from the performers on stage to your microphone. But sound has this unfortunate tendency to bounce all over the place, creating reflections, which you might recognize as echo, or more accurately, reverberation. Because sound travels slowly, all these reflections will get to your microphone at different times, which results in a big mess of sound. And then you have all the other things competing for your microphone's attention. Air conditioners, crying babies, coughing. Balanced audio is an ingenious way of keeping audio clean over a long distance. It's really two audio signals, one that's a mirror image of the other. If an unbalanced line is hit by interference, you're going to hear it on the other end. But when a balanced line is hit by interference, it hits both audio signals simultaneously, at least in theory. Now watch what happens when it gets to the other end. When the second audio signal is flipped back the right way, the interference cancels itself out. We set out to answer a simple question. If we put a hot video light directly under a sprinkler head, would the sprinkler head get so hot that it would start spraying water everywhere, causing damage and embarrassment to all parties involved? To find out, we built a miniature version of a real sprinkler system.
Well, I think that at the foot mark it's not going to really do much, but if you move it really close, then it's probably going to be a problem.
I think it's going to take a lot to set this thing off, but 155 degrees is not that much.
This is like killing my nerves.
I know.
Like,
I'm on edge.
And finally, 4 minutes into the test,
That was so
It did it! At 4 minutes, we have
liftoff.
achieved nirvana. Oh my goodness.
after closer investigation, I noticed that some of my mover's blankets were thin and others were thick. Actually, just one was thick and it was on the floor. So I bought one more thick mover's blanket and ran the test again. And then I also stacked the thick and thin mover's blankets together. Here's how it sounded. Check, test, 1, 2, thin mover's blankets. Check, test, 1, 2, thick mover's blankets. Check, test, 1, 2, thick and thin mover's blankets. Okay, so yeah, they sound just about the same to me. See, this is the problem with science. You think you come up with some clever idea, and then science comes along and says, nope. Sorry folks, sounds like acoustic tile is really the only good option. I mean, the stuff is designed to dampen echo, whereas mover's blankets are designed to move furniture. You can use an app called Audio Tool, and don't worry, they make it for the iPhone as well, that allows you to measure your room's response time using only a loud noise. Just make sure, for the sake of consistency, that you keep your phone and loud noise maker in the same place throughout the tests. But that's not a very scientific answer. Is there a way to quantifiably determine which one of these inexpensive options is the best? To find out, I dove headfirst into the world of acoustic treatment, which is a subject that gets very complicated very quickly. Though I did not emerge entirely unscathed, I did come up with a way to condense echo down to a single number, RT60. Okay, so let's say you have an impulse. That impulse and the resulting echo looks like this when you record it. If the impulse is at 0 decibels, RT60 is how long it takes for the decay to go below -60 decibels.